At first we were a cell, then an amoeba, then a fish, and after a very long and frustrating era, we became a lizard. That was the era when, as we recall, the earth felt soft and unsteady beneath our feet, so we climbed a tree. Up there in the treetops, we felt secure. At some point, we climbed down and started walking upright and speaking. And as soon as we began speaking, we just couldn't stop. After that, we watched a lot of TV. It was a fantastic era. We always laughed in the wrong places, and people stared and said, "What's so funny?" And we didn't even bother answering. That's how little we cared. We promised ourselves we'd find a job we loved, and when that didn't work out, we settled for a job we didn't hate. And we felt lucky, and then unlucky, and then lucky again. And suddenly our parents were dying. Then they died. A second before they departed, we held their hand really tight and told them we forgave them for everything. Everything. And our voice broke when we said that, because we weren't convinced we were telling the truth. And we were afraid they would sense it. Less than a year after that, our son was born. And he also climbed a tree and felt secure up there. And he came down at some point too, and went off to college. Then we were left alone, and it started getting cold. Not like it was that other time eons ago when we hid in burrows and peered out while the dinosaurs froze to death, but still depressingly cold. So we went to a drama workshop because our friends said it would do us good. They gave us a series of improv exercises, and in the first one we poisoned each other, and in the second one we cheated on each other, and in the third one the instructor said, "Now switch partners," and within seconds it wasn't us anymore. The new woman who was my partner said, "Let's do a sketch where you're a baby and I give birth to you and nurse you and protect you from all evil." And I said, "Sure, why not?" But by the time she'd finished giving birth to me and nursing me and protecting me from all evil, our time was up, and the instructor asked if the exercise had made any primal memory surface. And I said it hadn't, because I didn't want to admit that it brought back warm, primordial memories from millions of years ago, from before we even emerged from the water. Afterwards, at home, we got into an argument over something really dumb and had the biggest fight we'd ever had since we were created. We yelled and cried and broke things, the kind of things that if you'd asked us a day earlier, we'd have told you were unbreakable. Then we packed our stuff up in a suitcase and shoved whatever didn't fit into the suitcase into plastic grocery bags. And we dragged all that behind us like homeless people to the apartment where a very wealthy friend of ours lived. The friend told us that it might seem like the end of the world now, But by morning, all the rage and hurt feelings would melt away and everything would look different. And we said no. Something had been broken. Something had been torn apart. Something we would never be able to mend or forgive. The friend lit an imported slim cigarette and said, "Okay, maybe so. But can I just ask, why do you keep talking in the plural?" Instead of answering, I just looked around and realized I was alone. Truly, completely alone.